Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Backing in with another recap of NFL playoffs. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions and the LA Rams game because the Detroit Lions right now just pulled off one of the most impressive playoff victories I've ever seen. And I got to talk about this because, first of all, man, shout out to the Detroit Lions and all their fans. This was well-deserved for Detroit. I mean, in my honest opinion, Lions, they right now are also looking like Super Bowl contenders for the NFC, in my honest opinion. Detroit, they had one of the most underrated seasons this year, and especially for a team like Detroit Lions, who have not been doing good for the last 30 years now prior to this playoff win. That's right, because it's been almost 30 something or 33 years almost since they last won a playoff game, because prior to this, last time Detroit won a playoff game was 1991, and I wasn't even alive back then. So all I have to say is that if you're a longtime Detroit Lions fan, this was definitely well deserved for you. I mean, you finally are having a chance to see the Detroit Lions be a good team again for the first time since they've had Barry Sanders. That's right. So for a franchise that, suffered a lot of setbacks, I personally am happy for the Detroit Lions tonight. The LA Rams, lost by 1 point, and a lot of people, I imagine, thought that the Rams were going to win this game, but Detroit, man, they played off some of their finest football tonight. I mean, what can I say, man? I can't, criticize Detroit here, man. They really put on a show. Now, of course, I'm a Patriots fan, for those of you that want to know, but I'm still watching the playoffs even without the Patriots in the mix, because obviously I'm still gonna watch the Super Bowl and all that. But I mean, tonight the Detroit Lions just pulled off an incredible playoff victory. They just made history because they finally broke their playoff drought, and Detroit right now is in a pretty great and a very incredible underrated position, because obviously now they have a chance to make history in the playoffs. And they obviously tonight's their performance against the Rams, especially towards the end of the game, was absolutely impressive. So yeah, the Detroit Lions just won their playoff game for the first time, a playoff game for the first time since 1991. That's right, for the first time since 1991. And Detroit, if you're a fan of Michigan sports, then this has been so far a very exciting year to be a Michigan sports fan, especially if you're a fan of the Michigan Wolverines and the Detroit Lions. Then obviously the Wolverines first, they won the national championship, and now the Detroit Lions just won a playoff game. So yeah, all I have to say is right now Michigan sports is looking really, really good right now. Yeah, Detroit, they got that upset. Well, I'm not sure whether to label this as an upset, but hey, Detroit, they just made history by winning their first playoff game for the first time since 91.